Hello, welcome back to Winsel's World. And first of all, let me say that to you 1,000 subscribers, I'm glad that you've found something about this channel that you like and maybe you learned something from. Or anyway, we glad that you get something out of it that's beneficial to you. And let me say today now we've got this here a Peterson pipe here that rusticated bowl on it there. Of course, you've seen it before. In case you haven't seen it though, P-lip system pipe, army mount, and I'm sampling. I'm sampling some of this here GLP's jackknife ready rubbed. Compliments of the novice piper. Appreciate it. Well, been a right busy day today. Got my bush hog finished up. And so this field you see back behind me here, I did it back before the tractor went down. Solenoid on the starter went out. And so I tried to get this and to help, that and to help, work on it. Make a long story short, finally got it one day last week and got it put on and everything. And so got started finishing up on my bush hog today. The spot where I did it, it's on up toward the house closer, the barn and all. So, but we got that done. The tobacco was a little bit dry in that little sample bag that I got. I don't know if it came that way originally or not. I don't know what it's like. If you've used it, well, you know how it came if you got it. And I guess you got it in a tin. I don't know, maybe one of them, it's bulk. They sell in bulk. I don't know. Never had it before, jackknife. Got a good, full, strong taste to it if you like some strong tasting tobacco. That's how it tastes, good and strong. You know, I was thinking about something the other day. I wonder if you've ever got into it. Frog gigging. Ever done any frog gigging? You might be thinking, or somebody might be thinking, well, what's that? Is that about like snipe hunting? Well, and as far as that goes, you ever been snipe hunting? I'm sure if you'll ask somebody, they'd be glad to take you snipe hunting. But sure enough now, you ever been frog gigging? You say, yeah or no, and somebody might say, Well, I don't even know what that is. Well, you ever eat any frog legs? There are different restaurants, and I guess you can buy frog legs. Yeah, somewhere or another. I don't know. I don't see them any place we go. But I know the first time I ever went frog gigging, I was a boy. I don't remember how old I was. It was before I started driving. I was probably 13 or 14-year old or something like that. First time I remember going, boy I started to school with. They had a farm, had a pond on it, and their pond joined the back of their pond joined the river. Boy, that's pretty handy situation, ain't to have riverfront property, and then they had a good pond. I can't remember if they had two ponds or not. I know they had that pond up there we went frog gigging in, and we went fishing in the pond. He lived back in them days. That road we lived on was gravel. Remember them gravel roads in the summertime? Oh man, all that dust. And so I had an uncle one time. He tried to outrun the dust. Anyway, we went frog gigging one night, and I don't know if you ever been or not, but the way you go about doing it, you got to get you a gig first. You got to have a gig and a flashlight and something to put the frogs in. Yeah, some good strong backer. Anyway, you got to have a gig. You say, well, what's a gig? Well, I'll tell you, it's one I got 4 prong, but I think they usually sell them a 3 prong thing, uh, and it's sharp on one end, or they put little sharp things on it or something or other. Anyway, and you got to have a long handle, something or other. If you got one that's about 8 foot long, that's pretty handy to have. And of course, you go at night, and the flashlight. Of course, you go at night when it's dark, and the flashlight helps you to see to get around. But really, what you need a good flashlight for are one of them wheat lights that coon hunters use. What you need one of them for is to shine it in the eyes of the frog. Of course, you got to shine the light around it, but you'll hear them out there croaking, them bullfrogs. And what you do, you shine that flashlight in their eyes. Well, see, you got to shine the flashlight anyway to find out where they are. And of course, you can hear them, and you'll see a shining out there, a little glowing in the dark eyes. And you want to try to keep that light on them eyes, on their eyes, and keep them blinded. And it's according to where you are and where they are. You may have to get in the water, and you might be able to do it from the bank. But whenever that flashlight, if you got 2 people doing it, one shining the light and the other's got the gig, and they ease up there and then they stick that frog. And them 2 back legs will stick out. And if they're good bullfrogs, they'll be some good legs. They'd be big as chicken legs. You know, when you drumsticks, we just call them chicken legs. Whenever you go buy chicken legs at the store, or if you raise your own chickens to meat chickens to slaughter, you know, them there chicken legs, they get pretty good size. Well, them there frog legs, they'll get long like that, and up there close to the hip, there'll be a big, around her leg, there'll be a big old hunks of meat around that bone up there. So whenever you get your frogs all gathered in, then caught up, gigged, why, you got to clean them. Of course, cut them back legs off, and cut the back legs off, and then you take, uh, best I remember, now it's been a while since I've been frog gigging. Best I remember, then you take catfish skinners, look like pliers. They got a handles, you know, like a pair of pliers or something other, but the grabbing thing's about like that right there. It's flat and wide like, and it'll, you can clamp down on that skin and just like pulling off your sock inside out. Just pull that right off of there. Get that big hunk of meat. Cut the little feet off, and oh, it's good eating. Last time I went raw gigging, took my boy when he was still at home. I don't know how old he was. I guess he's about like I was first time I went, 13, 14-year old, whatever it was. After he got out of school and got a job, he didn't stick around long. He met a girl, married, and all. So he must have been 13, 14-year old, something like that. And that little old creek around the house up there, we had bullfrogs in it back in them days. I don't hear them no more. I figured the otter got them. Otters, you can see in the playlist here, some of them early videos. Tap on where it says oldest videos, oldest. You see, last winter I trapped out some of these otters back here. But anyway, so we went frog gigging that night. I guess he shined the light and I gigged frogs. I don't know how it went. That was the last time I went. Once you get them skinned and everything, why, I liked them for breakfast. But of course, you know, dinner or supper, anytime, good time to eat frog leg. You just batter them up like you do, you know, uh, fish. I like it battered in cornmeal myself. Batter them and salt them in that cornmeal and everything. And you put them in that cast iron skillet and sprinkle some salt on them. And if you've ever got fresh frog legs like that, you know what happens when you start sprinkling the salt on them, don't you? You say, no, I don't know. What happens when you start sprinkling salt on them? Every one of them legs will go to twitching. What that salt does to them frog legs exactly. But when you get them frog legs cleaned and everything, and sometimes you know we've cleaned them at night and put them in water and put them in the refrigerator and sprinkle salt on them to keep them for overnight till we're going to eat them the next day. When you sprinkle that salt on them frog legs, they're going to twitch, just twitch, you know, just twitch. I mean, I don't know any way to say it. They just start twitching. Somewhat humorous to watch them little legs just twitch around with that salt on it. So good eating. I don't know if you ever eat any frog legs or not, but those of you that have, you know what I'm talking about. Good eating frog legs are. Well, I guess I'll wind it down. Thought I'd come out here when I got through working today, take a little break. Need to get in, still got the milk yet. Get through milking and all. I need to do something else, I guess. And the wife wanting to wash a window. Wants me to help her with that sometime or another. May wind up doing that tomorrow. And I gotta try to get me a shower and get all this dried sweat washed off. Dirt, dust, bush hogging. So, anyway, well, hopefully you got something out of this. It brought back some old memories. Or you might want to make some. Get somebody and go out somewhere or another and see if y'all can gig you some frogs. I've heard of people, shooting them with rifles. I never have got into that. We've always done it with a gig, so you might want to get somebody to help you. Get you a good, strong spotlight, flashlight, and after dark, get out there and get you a gig and get you a sack, put them in, and see if you can hunt you up some bullfrogs to eat. And if you never had them, I know you'll enjoy them. So until we meet again, why, y'all have a good one.